Well, we saw Messi practicing one or two free kicks before the game and wasn't particularly pleased with his efforts. Kept on looking down at the pitch.
Yeah. I think it's just about at the edge of the shooting distance, even for as capable a player as Leo Messi, who's never scored against Benfica. Incidentally, he's scored against 39 different clubs in the Champions League. Could round it up tonight. Nuno Mendes. Neymar. Marquinhos taking the safe option. 3 times PSG have played here in European competition, and all 3 occasions they've been beaten. But on none of those 3 occasions did they have Neymar, Messi or Mbappe or any combination of those playing.
You saw a good example of how players rotate. Verratti went into a centre-back position. Marquinhos, who's now back in that centre-back position, he went into midfield. Got a good understanding, the Paris players.
Verratti, the Italian who's never played in Serie A. Mbappe. That's nicely done by João Mario, who is a craftsman. And he's found another one in Rafa Silva. He couldn't squeeze it out to Gonzalo Ramos, who was free to the left. Could have received the first pass. Benfica come back again. João Mario.
Otamendi has his problems when people run down the side of him. He lacks that bit of pace, but he's made 3 or 4 really good interceptions already in this game. And there was another one that's allowed Benfica to take possession.
Here's Enzo Fernandez. Here is Otamendi, both from Argentina, of course. Different stages of their careers. Rafa Silva. He's played in Neres here. And PSG were opened up. And Donnarumma was exposed again. Lovely play.
Great combination play. Neres getting in between the wing-back and the wide centre-half. Does everything right here. Tries to go across. Donnarumma, bit straight maybe. Donnarumma started to go and just got that top hand to it. It's a decent save in the end from the goalkeeper.
I have to say Benfica looking the more likely inside the opening 20 minutes here, but the corner doesn't get beyond the front zone, but they'll have another go. Mbappe, like a lot of forwards, quite happy to do that job. You don't really have to mark the player, just a space where the ball might come in towards the near post. Responsible job.
No surprise, Enzo Fernandez is involved somewhere in there. He's a fiery customer.
Ends with a smile. This is the battle with Nuno Mendes, push and shove. Towards that nipper again. They're looking for a flick on, but the opportunities not going according to plan for João Mario. Has a bit of a reputation, Christophe Galtier is a fine coach, but times on the cautious side, but I think it's not caution here. His team are being pushed back by some very good play.
They're also causing their own problems at times by playing at the back and not playing it particularly well. Benfica want to press the ball when they can.
Talking about the teams undefeated, Stuart. Of course, the 2 new coaches are undefeated in their jobs. This is a big challenge for both of them.
And I think Galtier came in and said all the right things, that he wasn't going to be frightened to drop key players. Neymar had to do what he wanted him to do rather than the other way round.
was, again, glittering from Messi, but pass went to right. Just still got the capacity to get past opponents. All the talk, of course, about going back to Barcelona. His heart remains, of course, and his family, I think. Danilo. Neymar. Also, of course, ex-Barcelona. Won this competition. Sergio Ramos has won it 4 times with Real Madrid. Coutinho gives it to Messi, which is the sensible thing to do. Mbappe, lovely work. That is a sensational goal. Benfica have been playing the football, but PSG have trumped them here with a marvellous move. Quality will out, and it's Benfica 0, PSG 1.
Well, it's exactly what you expect from that man there, Messi. Yeah, the finish is good. He starts it off here, plays the ball in. Combination of Mbappe to Neymar, Neymar back to Messi. He knows exactly what he wants to do here, Messi. He runs onto it. It's perfectly weighted, absolutely no chance for Vlachodimos. He couldn't have struck that any better, could he? He knew exactly what he had in his mind, and he finished it perfectly. What a good goal.
And Roger Schmidt is on the receiving end. Benfica on the receiving end of a Messi goal for the first time in the Champions League. It's 127 in total against 40 different clubs. He is still the master.
And it still means so much to him, doesn't it?
That fraction of a second when it came to him on his left foot, you knew, I think everybody in the ground knew, that it was... It's almost his go-to goal, really, to get that kind of shot away across, curling it back where a goalkeeper has no chance of reaching it. But it's against the run of play. And for Rui Costa on the right there, grim face for the Benfica president. Not so on the seats of honour occupied by the PSG executives. So slick, so quick, and so successful.
You have to give credit both to Mbappe, who decided to play the ball round the corner, to Neymar. Neymar, whose weight of pass was absolutely perfect, so Messi didn't have to break stride. Looked like simple passes, but they were very good.
Verratti. There's more to PSG than just leaving the 3 to sort it out for themselves, but they certainly can do that. It's good work from Vlachodimos. Sensible header.
The problems that teams
the crowd, Stuart,
it certainly has. The problem that teams have when they face particularly Neymar and Messi is the positions they take up. They're not quite sure whether to go in and mark them. Midfield players aren't quite sure whether to come back and pick them up. They just get in between the lines of the opposition.
Grimaldo. Fernandez. I think Donnarumma has had to make 3 saves of varying difficulties. Certainly the one from Neres. We'll count that as a save. It was flicked on by Gonzalo Ramos. The one from Neres was vitally important and very athletic. Only someone with the reach of a Donnarumma could have kept that out.
Well, that first one with his foot as well, when Ramos was through, it was a good save.
Overplayed by Verratti. Mario. Coutinho stepping in. Coutinho. And, season in England's Premier League with Wolverhampton Wanderers.
There's quite a lot of Portuguese players that have done that.
Yes. Looking for probably a Portuguese manager to replace a Portuguese manager. Portugal do. We were talking about it before the game, Stuart, weren't we? They do really punch above their weight in terms of footballing talent.
Produced some great players and some excellent teams as well over the years.
Couldn't hold that up. Get some support from Mbappe. PSG are in the group stage for the 11th successive season. And qualified for the knockout stage in the last 10. Coutinho. Sergio Ramos playing his team into trouble. Kimi trying to help out Ramos in the end, does what probably he used to do until the new wave of playing from the back came in. Verratti knocked over by Gonzalo Ramos. The Champions League, no French club has ever won away in Portugal. Away to a Portuguese club, I should say. Of course, PSG went on neutral soil here on their way to the final, which was played here in 2020. Here's Nuno Mendes on the gallop. Drops for Mbappe. PSG sensing more reward here. Plenty back in red. Verratti. Player for PSG not available for selection tonight. Renato Sanchez, of course, with Benfica connections, made a comeback in the Nice game on Saturday, but only lasted, well, less than 20 minutes with the recurrence of the injury. Verratti, it's a clever volleyed pass. Not possible by Messi's touch. Vitinha sweeping it out to Kimi. Tapped by Sergio Ramos, but João Mario will get there first. Looking to trigger a breakaway here.
Just worrying signs for Benfica. PSG starting to play those little short passes, playing around the pressure. Verratti getting on the ball, Vitinha. Marquinhos is joining in as well, then Messi's coming short. And once they open up, the next ball's played forward into Mbappe.
Verratti. Good foul. Enzo Fernandez trying to squeeze the ball through for a possible dangerous attack. Possible dangerous attack. Florentino. Otamendi. Ramos trying to use that high line again for a direct ball. Has to come straight away though, he's going to be offside.
Florentino put his hand up, he knew he should have played the ball.
The space down the sides. João Mario get in early, even though there's only one man in the box, there's only one defender marking him. It's the worst idea. Coutinho. Half an hour gone and Messi's name is on the score sheet again in the Champions League here in Lisbon tonight.
That's what Verratti does so well. He was put under a bit of pressure. He's got such a good awareness of where the space is, how he can hold off players trying to challenge him.
Messi isn't the leading scorer for PSG this season. It's his 8th goal of the campaign. Neymar and Mbappe have got 11 apiece. Danilo. Marquinhos has been at PSG through a real period of change. Vitinha.
There again, Marquinhos takes up different positions. He's the middle centre-back, but he keeps going into midfield. Takes up different positions. He's the middle centre-back, but he keeps going into midfield. Keeps trying to create an overload.
And Verratti was filling in for him at the back, and then he went into midfield. Here is Marco Verratti. He's a creator of goals rather than the scorer of goals, but they've got plenty of scorers around him. Vitinha stepping in. Messi finding Verratti. Now Vitinha has a go. It's a shot on target. Not great trouble for Academos.
You mentioned it earlier, but Vitinha gives them that energy in midfield, doesn't he? He's dynamic, tries to win the ball back quickly, makes forward runs. Verratti's more static and very much the holding midfield player that likes to get on the ball.
Yeah, he's a youth amongst men, really, but the only one, of course, Mbappe is still only 23, Vitinha's 22, Nuno Mendes 20. It's a mixture. They're trying to get the blend right. Expectations always to pick up domestic trophies. The one they want is the one they're competing in tonight. The Benfica passing is good. I would say those stats have changed a little bit in PSG's favour since the goal.
Brilliant play down this near side to allow the space down the far side.
Mbappe and Messi all involved now. Nuno Mendes. Mbappe gets the cross in. Hakimi was in there. Whether he was trying to head it back across goal when he was in a position to head it at goal. By Sergio Ramos. As he takes it on again. Verratti. Messi. Verratti. Pass is being popped around here, and Benfica, despite the numbers back, in danger of being worked around. Messi. Comes back to Verratti. He's orchestrating a lot at the moment. Nuno Mendes. Antonio Silva drawn out of the middle. Neymar. Benfica do get involved there. Showing a little bit of the strain and stress of the last 15 minutes or so. Lost a little bit of their rhythm. Just need to stay in. Make sure they don't concede again before half-time. There's Achraf Hakimi again. And Rafa Silva is rapid. Kind of run that pleases the crowd, but it's probably going to get him the ball.
PSG starting to show their true quality here. They're as good as anybody at playing in tight areas. 1 and 2 touch passing. Playing around the pressure that Benfica are trying to put them under.
It would be disrespectful to say that Liga gives them a lot of easy games. It doesn't. I'll say that obviously doing well these days. Other sides, Galtier's old team Lille won the title the year before last, but